cabbage. Oh. I'm supposed to bury the cotyledons. Okay, made my first mistake. I wasn't paying attention.
Clean away.
Okay, I'm planting early Jersey Wakefield cabbage, and so the rule is, or the advice, when you're transplanting brassica, you make sure that, well, you put your compost in the bottom of the hole, but you plant deeper so that these first leaves are buried. So you plant it a little lower than they arrived or that you grew them in your seedling pot. So now I'm making sure that that's covered. All right. Because you don't want air pockets around the roots. So it's an early cabbage. I think this is the one that grows, comes to a point. They're interesting. And then we have other cabbages to plant for later and for fall maturing. So there it is, early Jersey Wakefield. And the seed was started on April 9th. So this is April 12th.
Well, good morning again, everybody. How are you today? Today's the day after Mother's Day, and we're back in the garden again. Actually, come to think of it, we were in the garden yesterday. So, this morning, I am planting shallots. Shallots. We just discovered those last year for growing purposes anyway. It was Danielle's idea, and I'm so glad she thought of it. Shallots add quite a bit to your cuisine. In America, it's considered kind of, not many people in restaurants cook with shallots too much, even people, at their home. But in Europe, it's considered quite a delicacy, and you'll see it featured a lot. There's two basic styles of shallots. There is the Dutch style and the French style. The Dutch style looks more like a small onion, and the French style is more elongated. And we like to grow and eat the French style. And so that's the type that we're growing. We're growing a variety called Ed's Red. And we grew it last year and we're very happy with it. And we started these things, our order of seeds came in late from this vendor, so we didn't really get to start them until early March. They're a little bit small, but they're fine. And I grow them, I start them the same way I do onions, in those soil blocks that you've seen me plant before, so I won't belabor you with that today. You've seen it already. Shallots like a fertilizer NPK of 10, 10, 10. We use a liquid fish style fertilizer, and we feed it usually same time we do the rest of the alliums. We feed them every 2 weeks. You can also use bone meal. Bone meal is good for all of the alliums. In fact, it's good for most of the garden, quite frankly. And so we highly recommend that.
We are planting garden huckleberry, from which we make compote, pie filling. They look so innocent in their little pots, but they get to be like that. And usually we're thinking, oh, come on, when are the berries going to be ready? Because they come out and they're kind of blue and very glossy, and then you're supposed to wait. They tell you, wait till they get very dark and also soft. And and it seems to take forever. Last year they were glossy. Oh, it was almost, well, the mid-October. And finally, I gave it a squeeze and I thought, ooh, I think this qualifies as soft. And so we picked them all and Stephanie prepared them for the boiling vat. And then I made pie filling. I haven't finished it all, but the thing is, these are, they look like very large blueberries. Some people think they look like something called gooseberries, but they're different. They're not very sweet, and you should never eat them while they're not absolutely soft and black and ready to be consumed. For those interested, these garden huckleberries are part of the nightshade family. All right, and
When did we start the seedlings?
you had to ask me that. Usually I write it on
March.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Beginning of March, end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The sky just opened up. We have a little bit of sunshine, which lifts the spirits. So this is a really nice seedling. I expect that to be a pretty big plant. Look at the little worm. Oh, good boy. Do your work. Aerate that soil, please. Too deep. Well, maybe I'll just cover it part way and add more soil as it grows. This is not... All right. Well. That's the last garden huckleberry. At this end, it's pure mud. So I hope that this can survive and struggle its way through the mud and, form better roots and start to get taller. But we have to be patient, especially with these, as I told you. You have to be patient. So there it is. In the pot, it looks so wonderful, and then I get it in the ground and it looks like a little tiny little, I don't know what. Okay, you'll do fine. So thank you for joining us on our mission this morning.